Welcome back to the most passionate content for card collectors on YouTube and possibly the whole entire internet. As usual, I am your host, Jake Roy, 90s Bball cards here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and a little bit of TikTok. I've fallen off on that again lately, but I'll get back on eventually. So I am really excited for today's video. This is something that's been in the works for probably about the last month or two. So if you saw my last PSA reveal, since doing that, having a lot of fun with that, I knew I was going to do another submission. So we've got another two-part actually. So this is the first video in two parts of the PSA submission. So there's quite a few cards in this submission. So this is just the first installment of that. Let's get right into it. Like I said, so this is part one of a two-part for my second PSA submission. So like I said in the first one, that was about, again, we got those cards back about a month or two ago, but we submitted them back in March. Everything was delayed due to COVID. So this time, that last order was completely bulk, and a lot of things have changed with price tiers and service levels and whatnot. So this one actually has 3 different tiers, so it's basically 3 different submissions all wrapped in one. So we're going to go over a little bit about each level, what cards are in that level, what we're expecting to get for grades, and some of the particulars in there. So buckle up, this is going to be fun. There's a lot of great cards. This is actually a submission that I'm doing with 2 other friends, so you might remember when we opened that, some packs of 98, 99 Finest. I had 2 friends, Joe and Zach. We got together to get this submission together, so I'll try to let you know whose cards are whose, and let's have some fun with this. So let's get right in. All right, here we go. We're going to start with some of the items that are going to go into a standard shipment. So first here we've got 06-07 EX LeBron. This is a base card. I've talked about this set a bit. This is a box that I opened up that had this card and I thought it was time to get it graded. So this one, like I said, is going to go standard. You know, the prices vary depending on the grade significantly. So, you know, if you think that this is going to get a 9, this could go into a bulk order. You know, I think this is, I'm going to shoot for a 9, but I think this is a chance, a little bit of an outside chance to get a 10. So I'm going to go with a standard, err on the side of caution. But like I said, this might be one that I could have gotten to slot in at a bulk and save a little bit of money, but it's LeBron, so we'll see how it goes. Next up, staying with EX, we've got 97-98 EX 2001. This is Kobe Bryant, second year card for EX, and I mean, the design speaks for itself. But no, not to get too much off track with that. This one, again, I'm shooting for about a 9 on this one. You know, there's a lot of stuff that could go wrong, so wouldn't be crazy to see it get an 8. But in terms of value, I would be a little bit bummed. A 10 would be astronomical, you know, in terms of value. So would be pretty surprised to see it get a 10, but we can always hope for the best, right? Next one here, we've got Donovan Mitchell's Optic Rookie Holo. So this is one that I randomly got a retail blaster box when I couldn't get any of the modern Optic, and happened to get really lucky and pull this one. So this, you know, obviously we always want 10s, but I think realistically this is probably going to get a 9. I think it's a little bit off center, left, right. So hopefully I get a good surprise, but 9 is what I'm shooting for with that guy. Next one here, you've seen one of these already, and here's another one. So COBY White Prism Holo, or Prism Silver, whichever you want to call it, from this year. So this is his rookie card. So I had one of these in our last submission. It was a straight bulk. The prices have gone up significantly, so assuming that this does as well as the last one, which was a 9, this would need to go in a standard. But again, you know, this could get a 10. Maybe we get somebody on a good day. All right, next one here, 97-98 Topps Chrome. This is a base card Kobe Bryant's second year. You know, Kobe Bryant's second year stuff is just taking off. So these cards have gone up significantly. I had 5 of them in my collection. I traded 1, and then I picked the best of the bunch to go. You know, you can see there's some centering issues, a little bit of greening on this one, you know, so it's definitely not in perfect condition by any means. You know, honestly, I'm shooting for an 8 with this. I think maybe if I get lucky, a 9 would be the absolute best, you know, but gunning for an 8 on this one. Be pretty happy to see that. All right, here we go into some more Kobe greatness. So again, another one for the standard shipment. This is 96-97 Fleer Metal. So this is Kobe Bryant's base rookie card. There is a subset rookie card of Kobe Bryant in Series 1, but a lot of people consider this to be his true rookie since it's from the base set, not a subset card. So just a little bit of background on that. This one, again, I'm hoping for a 9. You know, there's an outside shot on this as well at a 10, but lots of foil, pretty thin card stock, so 10s are pretty hard to come by with this card. But, you know, any sort of a decent grade is a pretty significant bump in value. You know, with it being raw, it's about a $40 card, so be happy with whatever we get there. All right, next one here, we've got one of Zach's cards. So we've got a 99-2000 Fleer Focus Pocus Shaq. So, you know, Zach just opened up a box. He's a pretty big fan of the Fleer Focus set, and some of the inserts, this being one of those really flashy designs there. So he's gunning for a 10 on this one. Really no comps to speak of. You know, as a raw card, it's probably a $5 or $10 card. So if it comes back as a 10, who knows? The sky is the limit, so to speak. So hopefully he does well on that one. Another one of Zach's here we have is the 0708 Bowman Chrome. This is a Manu Ginobili gold refractor. So this one is numbered, if you look on the back, to 99. Again, Zach is hoping for a 10 on this guy. Hopefully this does well for him. And no real comps to speak of. You know, raw, this is about a $50 card. Hard to say what it would get if it was a 10, but time will tell. Hopefully he does well again on that one. All right, getting back to some more Kobe love. We've got a 96-97 Bowman's Best. This is the base rookie card of Kobe Bryant. And for this one, I'm gunning for a 9. These ones are a little bit harder to tell how the centering is unless you have one to compare it to. You know, so I did my best with looking at past eBay sales of PSA graded ones. But without that defined border, it can be a little bit tricky. So we'll see. But again, gunning for a 9. Be very happy with anything around there. All right, buzzing right along here, we've got the 98-99 Fleer Tradition Electrifying of Allen Iverson. This one, again, looking for a 9 on this one. You know, I think there's a shot at a 10. But these cards have gone up pretty significantly. I've got a couple of pennies that I'm debating whether or not I should send in, you know, and if they should be standard or bulk. But I think I'm going to hold off until this shipment gets back. And then, you know, I'm not in any rush to grade any of my PC cards. But this one is one, you know, with the gold foil, a lot of, look at that, it's just sparkly to the max, and some embossing. These are pretty prone to having some edge chipping on both the front and the back. The back doesn't have any hollow foil, but it definitely shows that chipping pretty easily. So condition is definitely a key with these cards, whether you're getting them raw or graded, but having a graded copy definitely just solidifies how good a shape it is. And so this one looks pretty clean. You know, so this isn't something I'm looking to move, even if it does do well, but, you know, I'm kind of doing a little bit of an experiment, so to speak, with seeing how well this does. All right, next one we've got, so a little bit of Kevin Garnett action here, 95-96 Topps Finest. This is his base rookie card with the protector. You'll notice that black, we've talked about that quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. So this one I'm hoping will get a 9. You know, you can see there's a little bit of green. I've got a couple copies of this card, and I tried to pick the one that I thought was best between centering and greening. You know, centering issues are pretty prevalent with these. Greening obviously happens over time, so even after getting this in a case, it can green. But I'm hoping that this does well. You know, like I said, I try to pick the best copy, but this definitely doesn't seem perfect to me. So, you know, we'll see how that does, but gunning for a 9. All right, getting into some of Joe's cards here. So now we've got a 2014 PRIZM. This is a blue PRIZM of Tom Brady. So pretty cool looking card there. You know, that blue really just pops I know I've got a few blue Prism cards of some players from the early Prism sets, Penny being one of them, and some of those colors just really pop off, and this is definitely no exception here for the Tom Brady. So Joe is hoping for a 10 on this one, hoping that that does really well for him. Next here we've got from the same year, we've got the silver. So again, Joe's hoping for a 10 here, and you know, the silvers, even though sometimes they aren't as rare as some of the colored parallels, these ones rule supreme. You know, so this is one of the more sought after of any of the parallels, and you know, hopefully we see a 10. I know Joe would love to see that with his Brady's. Big collector, big fan. So we've got 96-97 UD3 rookie of Kobe Bryant. This is one of Zach's cards. He's hoping for a 10 on this one. I think he might be satisfied with a 9 as well. But this one is going to go into our express shipment. You know, and this one again is one that kind of teeters on the edge between express and standard in terms of declared value, depending on how well you think it's going to grade. So Zach decided to err on the side of caution. He's hoping for a 10, so he's going to send it like it's a 10, and it's going to go express. Also, that'll get it back much quicker than the other options, especially bulk. All right, next one here, we've got a lot of Kobe's. 96-97 Topps base, or Topps paper, Topps flagship, whatever you want to call it, it's just Topps to me. So this is Kobe Bryant's rookie card, pretty iconic at this point because of the Topps Chrome really being the cream of the crop for Kobe Bryant rookie cards. So this card has seen a significant bump in the last year or so. This one I am hoping it gets a 9. You know, the centering looks pretty good, but there's always a lot of things that I can definitely miss, and centering doesn't look perfect on this. So maybe I get surprised with a 10, but gunning for a 9 there. Next one I'm pretty excited for is EX2000 of Kobe Bryant. This is his rookie year. You know, we talked about the EX2001 being his second year card, so be nice to have both of these graded. This one, you know, I'm not a very good judge on condition, but I recognize that this is something that, you know, I definitely need to get a third party to weigh in on. But I'm gunning for an 8. You know, I can see some stuff that I think are imperfections. Obviously, around the player, there's a lot of stuff that could go wrong with a die cut. Some surface stuff with the hollow foil looks like it might be not pristine. You know, some stuff on the back along the same lines. So, you know, like I said, I'm gunning for an 8 here. We'll see what happens, but you know, maybe I get a little bit surprised. It's going to be a little bit of an experiment again to see how well this one does. And you know, this set is notoriously not easy to grade, so who knows. Next one, I'm also going to temper my expectations. 93-94 Fleer Ultra Scoring Kings Jordan. You know, we talked a number of times about this being one of those cards I think is a must-have for Jordan collectors and collectors in general. This is just one of those landmark sets that, you know, the nostalgia rings true. The design is something that resonates with a lot of collectors that, you know, both are coming back, but also that had collected earlier. So this one, I'm shooting for an 8 on this. You know, these are pretty condition sensitive. You can see a lot of imperfections pretty easily, and you can definitely see one down in the corner here. You know, if you flip it over on the back, there's some, you know, there's just some minor stuff on the corners and edges, which is pretty typical. The thing I'm not really clear on is how well the surface may grade out. You know, so time will tell. You know, it's not unreasonable to think that this might get a 9. It's also not unreasonable to think it could get a 7. So kind of depends on how good of a day the grader is going to have. Again, you know, this is going to express because these things, the prices jump pretty significantly depending on how well they grade. All right, next one. This is a little bit of a curveball here, but we've got a 2019 Panini Contenders. This is a soccer card of Mason Greenwood. So this is one that Joe pulled, and this is a rookie card, and Manchester United. This is one of the bigger rookie cards, at least so I'm told, for soccer fans. I am not you know, an aficionado by any stretch of the imagination for soccer. So you know, Joe's hoping for a 10. This is one that he grabbed a pack relatively randomly and pulled this, was very excited, so hoping that this does well for him. Pack fresh card. All right, next we have here 97-98 Z-Force. This is a Superman. This is a subset card, and this is the Rave parallel of Kobe Bryant. So if we flip it over on the back, you'll see it's numbered there to $3.99. COBY second year. The Superman subset cards actually do sell a little bit better for the parallels for the RAVE and Super RAVE. So this COBY is one that looks really clean. You know, I'm hoping that this does really well. Not sure what I'll do with it, but you know, I'm saying I'm gunning for a 9, but I'm really kind of holding out a little bit of hope for a 10. So not a lot of comps. You know, the last comp that I saw was actually for a PSA 8, which was right around $350. You know, so I'm hoping that this does better. You know, as a raw card, it sells for about $400 or $450. Sometimes it can get a little bit more. I've seen them go up to $600 raw. You know, but we'll see. There's not many of these graded out there, so you know, might be really exciting. All right, get into some very exciting cards in my opinion. So next we have the 2003-2004 Topps. Again, this is the base card, a LeBron James rookie card. We've talked about this with my LeBron James collection. This is one of those pieces that's centerpiece in my collection that I'm going to hang on to for the long run. A card that I pulled as a kid with my brother. You know, just a lot of fun memories, but I think a really good card to hold on to. There's a lot of price fluctuation on this card. You know, day to day when I'm looking at Card Ladder, it can be anywhere from $450 to $600. At one point in August, it was up to over $1,000 for a raw copy. So, you know, like I said, prices are pretty volatile. So for that reason, mainly, it makes sense to get it slabbed. That tends to keep the price or the valuation of it a little bit more consistent. So gunning for a 9 would be very excited if it does get a 9 or a 10. You know, an 8 would be fine too, but definitely would like a 9 or a 10 on this. All right, another one for my friend Zach. We've got 07-08 Bowman Chrome Rookie of Kevin Durant. This is the base card, but the base rookies in this set, if you flip it over on the back, are numbered to 2,999. So just shy of 3,000. And, you know, Zach's hoping for a 10 on this one. This is something that he opened up when we were younger. Had kind of forgotten about it, in all honesty. And when he went and dug up his collection, found this along with some other stuff. And this is one he's really excited to see how it does at grading. All right, next one here, we've got, this is one of Joe's cards. So we've got 98.99 Upper Deck, and this is a Super Powers Quantum Silver. These are numbered to 100. So this is a set you might remember we've talked about. Joe is trying to collect the whole set in the silver parallel, and he's got a lot of them. The Jordan was one that he didn't think would be able to obtain for quite a while, and one came up on auction, and he happened to be able to get it for what I think is a phenomenal price. So he wants to have the whole set in PSA slabs. He had bought a Kobe Bryant at auction that was already PSA graded. He knew that he was going to have the whole set slab, just wasn't sure if he was going to go with PSA or BGS, and after winning the one that was already in a PSA slab, that kind of made the decision for him. So, you know, we're hoping that this does very well for Joe. You know, he's gunning for a 9 or a 10, but honestly, for this one, it's straight PC. It's going to the set. He does not care necessarily what the grade is. Obviously, the higher the better, and the higher the more exciting it is to have, but you know, not going anywhere anytime soon. So just happy to get this encapsulated. All right, and the last one we've got here, 2007-2008 Topps Chrome base rookie card of Kevin Durant. So this is one of Zach's cards. Again, another one, very exciting, really exciting card that he found when he was going through his cards at his parents' house. And as soon as he saw it, you know, Joe and I were talking to him, and we said that needs to get graded. Regardless of whatever he decides to do with it, whether he sells it to fund other PC stuff or he keeps it in his collection, just one that deserves to be graded. So Zach's hoping for a 10. Could definitely see it getting a 9, but you know, the centering's pretty good. It's a little bit off, but you know, you never know how a grader's gonna be feeling that day. So hopefully they get generous and they give him a 10, but you know, time will tell. Hopefully we get this back quickly. Again, doing the express, these should come back relatively quickly, but it's a little bit of a test to see how quick express does. So that's what we've got for part 1 of our PSA submission. Stay tuned for part 2 coming very soon. So that's got a lot of fun cards, a lot of PC stuff in there. There's just a lot of stuff. You know, you might be surprised with some of the things that we have found that we're going to be sending out. So, you know, like I said, just a lot of fun cards. Don't want to give away too much of the surprise that may be in there, but really looking forward to that as well. So, you know, these are, again, we said standard and express, so those are the two options that we're going with. And you know, I think it's a 5-day stated turnaround. We know that that's not accurate. But I think for the express and then the standard, I believe that they stated it at 20-day turnaround. Again, we'll see how long it actually takes. There's tons of delays. There's a backlog, you know, all kinds of stuff. But, you know, this is going to be a lot of fun. Really excited. You know, it's going to be interesting getting the cards back in 3 waves, essentially. So as soon as I get them, I will do an unboxing like we did the first time. I'm going to be very excited, so it's going to be a blind unboxing. But not to get too far down the rabbit hole of that, because, you know, you can tell I'm pretty excited to get these shipped out and get them back. Going to be a lot of fun. So wish us luck. You know what we're hoping for grades, so we'll see what happens not only with the grades, but the prices may fluctuate by the time we get them back. So no telling what we could be in store for. So as usual, thank you for joining me. Question of the day for you. I might have asked this last week, but either way, I'll ask it again. If not, it's the first time. So I would like to hear from you. YouTube has notified me that I have qualified, I guess, or I've been you know, asked to enter into their sort of an affiliate program. I think it's called I can't even remember what it's called, but like a membership program, basically. So you can join as a member of this channel. It's kind of like their Patreon. But so the question that I have for you is, do you think that I should do the membership? And if so, I'm supposed to pick 3 tiers and provide perks for the monthly subscription. So let me know, A, would you be interested in that? And B, what should the perks be if we do? So, you know, I've got a lot of ideas, but I really want to hear from you what's going to provide even more value, you know, if you're interested in something like that. And if not, then, you know, we'll see where we go from here. But let me know down in the comments what you think about that membership program. You know, pretty interesting thing. Nothing I was even thinking about until YouTube had sent it over my way. So that's why I want to pitch it over to you and see what you think about that. As always, thank you for coming, checking out, and talking about this great hobby. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. New content like this will always drop on Wednesdays. Any bonus content, and I do have some fun bonus content coming up in the month of November. Stay tuned for that. But those will drop on Fridays. And that's all we've got for today. Thanks. Bye.